Hello everyone, this is Jason again, and the purpose of this video is to introduce two instructional design principles, why they work according to the theory, and how they can be used to help create instruction. So the first instructional design effect I am going to talk about that influences additional processing is the segmenting principle. The segmenting principle occurs when instructional content is broken down into smaller, manageable chunks or segments, allowing learners to process each part fully before moving on to the next. This effect works by managing the learner's cognitive load, specifically targeting essential processing, the mental effort required to understand and make sense of the instructional materials. According to CTML, when learners are presented with large amounts of continuous information, their cognitive resources can become overwhelmed, making it harder to process and retain key concepts. Segmenting helps alleviate this by giving learners time to digest one part of the content before encountering more. This supports better comprehension and retention of material. The segmented principle influences essential processing, which refers to the cognitive load by required to organize and integrate new information mentally. By segmenting, learners can focus on the mental resources more effectively, making it easier to understand and build upon fundamental knowledge. So one example, like you can see in front of you. So the first one is going to be example 1, which is here. And any information that you put into this, if you put it all together, it can cause overload for the learner. So what you can do is what information you have in this box, or the box itself as you see, you can go to example 2 and you can break it down into 3 different parts. Each part will help the learner improve retention so they can learn one process of it at a time to retain that information as whatever you put into it. So we are going to move on to the next one, which is going to be the coherence principle. And the coherence principle refers to the principle that learning improves when extraneous or unnecessary information such as decorative images, sounds, or text is removed from instructional materials. This unnecessary content can overload working memory and distract learners from the essential information, increasing extraneous cognitive load, which diverts cognitive resources from understanding core material. CTML emphasizes the human cognitive capacity is limited. Extraneous processing refers to the mental effort spent on irrelevant or non-essential information. By minimizing extraneous material, learners can focus their cognitive resources on essential processing, which involves understanding and making sense of the instructional content. Therefore, by reducing distractions, learners allocate more mental energy to learning key concepts, leading to better retention and comprehension. The coherence principle specifically influences external processing, which is the effort expended on processing irrelevant information. The goal is to reduce extraneous processing to free up cognitive resources for essential and generative processing. So the example I have here is like you can see the bad. You have an introduction. You have choose one approach to grab the audience's attention right from the unexpected. Then you have unexpected, highlight. Then you have some more information. So to have a good example of this, which you can see on the right, you have the introduction. It says choose one approach instead of the long paragraph instead of that long section. The next goal is to just put, instead of having these, you want to put 3. It says unexpected, emotional, and simple. Then you go from there. And that is the video for today, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you.